insecurity is kind of weird. And it's funny because, like, most people, myself included for a long time, saw insecurity through the, like, you know, in terms of, like, in a relationship, through the lens of cheating, right? Like, oh, I'm, you know, like, oh, you know, I'm not enough, so they're going to cheat on me and leave me for someone else. And that's, you know, that's a common feeling for a lot of people. I don't really feel that. Because for me, my insecurity, I think, comes from my own skewed sense of self-value. Because for me, like, because I'm a male who's been conditioned this way, I see my value in the services I provide, in, you know, in what I contribute. And so, like, I'll give you the example. So my partner and I went out last night. We do this most nights. We'll hang out with each other, see each other. So last night, you know, go to her house, you know, then link up with her a little bit, and then it's like, okay, cool. We go out to dinner, and then we went out and played pool. And dinner did not sit well with me. So we played pool, and, like, you know, near the end of it, so we played pool for, I don't know, an hour or hour and a half maybe. Like, about halfway through that, you know, stomach starts feeling a little, like, weird, and it's just getting progressively worse and worse as we're going on. And so, like, at this point, like, it's closing in on 10 o'clock, I think. 10 o'clock, like 9:30, 10 o'clock, I think. It sounds about right, feels about right. And actually maybe earlier than that, shit. But, like, you know, just so, like, I say it's earlier than that. Like, I was feeling like shit. So we wrapped up pool, and we didn't wrap up pool early because I wasn't feeling good. Like, we'd already kind of hit the end point of that anyway. But I had, you know, I wasn't feeling good, so we go back to her. We'd driven together, go back to her house, and normally what would happen, we would go back, and then we would go hang out, cuddle, watch some Star Trek, whatever, and I would normally be leaving her house at around 11. And instead, we got back to her house, and I just went immediately home. Where once I got home, I ended up throwing up. I almost didn't make it home before I threw up. Like, thankfully, it's like a 5-minute drive between my place and her place, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But yeah, like, and aside from just feeling, like, physically bad because my stomach was not feeling good, I felt like a bad partner, because I know that she loves to have that time with me. I know that it means a lot to her to spend as much time with me as she can, and I felt like I let her down because I went home early. I went home before our normal time. And of course, she, being a rational, sane person and supportive partner, is like, no, you don't feel good. You know, you have nothing to be sorry about at all. And I believe that. I believe that she truly feels that way. But because of my insecure brain, like, you know, we come to this morning where, yeah, I was a little late with my good morning text to her. Like, morning was a little busy. Getting the kids up, getting to school, getting to work and everything. And so, like, I texted her my good morning text, and it took her a while to get back. And, you know, like, and I've gotten one response from her so far, because I didn't, you know, because I follow, oh, well, you know, how are you, how's my girl, type of thing, right? I haven't gotten a response back from it. And so, logically, I know that she's busy at work. It's been really busy at her work. She's killing it, she's a badass, she's making it happen. But the stupid insecure part of my brain that feels like I only have value based on what I contribute is going like, oh, is she mad at me? Is she pulling away from me? Anything like that, you know, because I didn't stay long enough yesterday. And I'm going to emphasize this. I know, you know, we know, everybody knows that is fucking stupid. Because we all know that, one, my value is not based on what I contribute. My value is based on who I am as a person. And she feels that I'm a very good person. My value with her is never in question. Two, even if it was based on some kind of contribution, the fact that I didn't blow her off because I was bored of her. I went home early because I wasn't feeling good. Legitimately wasn't feeling good. Like, you know, if we want to take the you know, if we want to keep it with like a production type thing, like I had to leave work early because I was sick. Not that my partner is work, but that's the analogy there, right? And then three, I know that she's not a terrible person who is going to hold it against me because, you know, I went home a couple hours earlier than she wanted. I know this. I know this. But my insecure emotional core is like, ooh, but what if she is mad about it? What if it is a problem? And it's funny because I'm sitting here spinning myself in circles. Because logically I know, but emotionally insecure I feel. And it's one of those things where it's like, because I have done a lot of therapy, because I've done a lot of work on myself, I am able to talk myself down from it, right? And part of it's going to be, too, that I've not eaten yet this morning. The stomach was still feeling a little weird, probably because it was empty. Here at lunch, I'm going to get something, I don't know what yet. It's going to depend on where I have to take lunch at. Nature of my job is I drive around everywhere. And so sometimes, you know, like what I get to have for lunch is sometimes depending on where I am. I'm not in a position yet where I can pack a lot of lunches. Hopefully soon, but not soon enough. But yeah, like I don't know. It's so dumb. It is so fucking stupid. I hate that I have this insecure part of it. I hate that I have to sit here and fucking talk myself down. Because it's like, I know that everything between me and my partner is 1,000% good. We are fucking green for go across the board. There is not a legitimate issue in our relationship. But because of how I was encoded, and I think that maybe comes down to a larger issue of, you know, what I was taught about relationships growing up. And like, some of it was like direct lessons. A lot of it, though, was just observation. Either through, you know, my own, you know, the failed marriage of my own parents, or stuff I saw around me, and especially stuff in pop culture, you know, around the time. Because, like, I was born late 80s, grew, you know, turned 18 in 2005. So, like, that mid-late 90s and early 2000s was, like, where all my formative years were. And a lot of pop culture around then was really centered on, you know, men being seen as a burden to their wives. And, like, especially, like, a lot of stuff was, like, you know, how men can't do anything right. And men always need to be on the defensive. Husbands need to always be ready to apologize, ready to, capitulate, even if they're right, even if, even if the wife is completely wrong, men are still supposed to be the ones who are in the doghouse and who are wrong. And so, what that leaves you with is the idea that if I am not meeting, matching, exceeding all my partner's needs, she is not going to want to be with me. It's a problem. And then because I take everything to the fucking nth degree, because, we all love a good spiral, the idea is that if at any point I do anything that remotely disappoints her, it's going to damage our relationship. And yes, I know that's not the case, but we're talking about the learned behaviors and the learned responses, and the stuff that gets inscribed on your mental DNA. And it's hard to unlearn some of that stuff, especially when you also look at past relationships and you can kind of go oh yeah, see, because in this past relationship it was the same thing, and it really wasn't. Every relationship works different, and a lot of those times when I could if I was to sit there and point at an example and go see, look, if I actually studied that example, I would see that it was completely different, and it doesn't match the criteria I'm assigning to it at all. But yeah, it's dumb. I know it's dumb, and I know I'm kind of dumb for thinking it, but it's such a pervasive little fucking bit. Because I literally am sitting here going why hasn't she messaged back? Logically, because she's busy at work. But what if she's mad at me? There's no reason for her to be mad at you. You've not done anything. But what if? And it's so dumb. I don't know. Insecurity is a weird fucking thing. And I think because it comes from a place that's fucking written into my core coding, into my kernel coding, it's not an easy thing to just logic out. Can it be done? Yes. I am getting better at it, because before 2, 3, 4 years ago, this would have been a full-on fucking tailspin spiral, fucking, Tool's writing another album based on this spiral as Lateralis 2. And now it's one of those things where it's I'm logically cognizant of it, that I can control it. Is my emotional state still spinning? A little bit, yeah. But it's kind of it's, we're drifting. It's Tokyo Drift right now. Lucas Black is going sideways. Yeah. I don't know. I think I need to find a way to attack the hard code. I need to get to the kernel level software and start tinkering with that. Because I think if I fix myself at kernel level, at fucking hardware level, I think a lot of the other stuff gets better. It'll be an interesting one. Yeah, I don't know. That's all I got. Nice short one. feel free to laugh at me a little bit, because I am laughing at myself. Because once again, I understand how stupid this is. I understand how ridiculous this is right now. I have an amazing relationship with a partner who absolutely loves and adores me. And I'm over here fucking, like, about shit. It's dumb. It's so dumb. But need to reprogram shit. This would be a dope time for a sponsorship right now. Boot.dev, coding, fucking, not BetterHelp. BetterHelp ended up being a fucking nightmare, but yeah, I don't know. I've got 3 subscribers, like 7 subscribers. Nobody's sponsoring me. I'm not even sponsoring myself. Okay, where I'm at.